"Ma'am, can I buy a little rice with this $1? The cashier burst into laughter the moment the old veteran spoke. "Seriously, old man, Waller, that's not even enough for a candy bar. If you're hungry, try the dumpster out back." People in line started chuckling, some shaking their heads. One woman said loudly, "Why don't you just pray for money? Maybe God will send you a check." The laughter spread, sharp and unkind, aimed at a man who once risked everything for his country. But none of them knew that in just minutes, something would happen that would silence every mocking voice in that store. This took place in a small grocery store in Columbus, Georgia. The veteran James Carter, 80 years old, wore a faded army cap from the Gulf War and an old jacket with service patches faded from years of wear. His hands trembled slightly as he leaned on his cane, his eyes holding quiet strength despite the hardship. He held out the crumpled dollar bill. "I'm not here to make trouble, ma'am," he said softly. "This is all I have today and I haven't eaten properly in days." The cashier smirked and shook her head. "Sir, we don't give handouts. Please step aside." More snickers rose from the customers waiting. James didn't argue or raise his voice. Instead, he reached slowly into his pocket and pulled out a small, worn piece of paper. He placed it gently on the counter beside the dollar. "I carried this verse through the desert," he said quietly. "It kept me going then and it keeps me going now." The laughter grew louder. "He's trying to pay with a prayer now? This is ridiculous." Then a deep voice cut through the noise. "Enough." The store manager, a man named David Thompson, stepped forward from the back. He picked up the paper and read it aloud in a clear voice. "I have been young, and now am old. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his descendants begging bread." Psalm 37:25. His face softened as he looked at James and truly saw the military patches, the cane, the proud but weary posture. The mockery in the air turned heavy with regret. He looked at the veteran with genuine respect. "Sir, please stay right here." The customers watched in stunned silence as David returned from the stockroom, pushing 2 full carts loaded with groceries, bags of rice, fresh bread, milk, meat, vegetables, canned goods, enough to last for months. He stopped in front of James. The old veteran stared, his voice barely a whisper. "Son, I can't pay for any of this." David smiled warmly. "You already paid more than any of us ever will, sir. You paid with your service, your sacrifice, and a faith that shames every one of us today." The people who had laughed now looked down, faces flushed with shame. James gathered the bag slowly, his steps steadier as he headed toward the door. On the counter remained only the single dollar bill and the verse that had transformed the entire room. David kept that piece of paper framed behind the register from that day forward and told every customer, "Some men gave their youth for our freedom. The least we can do is make sure they never go hungry." If this story touched your heart and reminded you to honor our veterans, comment faith below so more people remember that God never forgets those who served. God bless our troops.